Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Shashi Education Foundation. My name is Akshay Dave. Dave. Today we discuss talking about the ISRO Technician B related to EC, ET or electric telecommunication or electric communication engineering for, uh, for related to become assigned by Space Center examination paper part 5. This is the part 5, which is held on and examination held on 2/6 2019. Okay, now let's move on. Yesterday we up till the 20 question. Now let's move on for the further questions. Okay, now let's see it here. The question 21. A flux of 200 microwave. This is the micro sign of micro. A flux of 200 microwave passes through an area of 2 centimeters square, passes through an the flux of 200 microwave passes through an area of 2 centimeters square. Okay, what is flux density? They ask the flux density. The answer is 1 Tesla. Answer is 1 Tesla. Why 1 Tesla? Because the scenario according to the flux density formula, 200 into 10 to the power minus 3 Weber. Okay, because there are 200 microwave and the 1 microwave is equal to 1 microwave. Oh, sorry. We can't write like this. We wrote like this. This is stands for micro. Okay. So 1 microwave is 1 microwave. Shit, and what would I do? 1 microwave equals to 10 to the power minus 3, means to say 10 to the power 10 to the power minus 1. 10 to the power 200 microwave. 10 to the minus 3. 1 microwave 10 to, yeah. 1 microwave equals to 10 to the 200 microwave, means to say 210 to minus 3. Okay, so according to the 1.1 thousand, which is equals to 0.001. Okay, so 1 microwave equals to 10 to the power minus 3 equals to 1 by 1000, which is equals to 0.001. Okay, so 1 microwave is 10 to the power minus 3 Weber. So 200 into 10 to the power minus 3, the 200 microwave on the sign of micro we put 10 to the power minus 3, and the W is to say Weber. 20 into 10 to the power minus 3 Weber, and to an area of 2 centimeters square. Okay, here we wrote 2 into 10 to the power minus 4. Why? The reason is 1 centimeter equal to 1 centimeter equals to 100 meter. Okay, so according to 2 centimeter equals to 1 centimeter equals to 10 to minus 2 meter, which is called the 0.01. Okay, so here 2 centimeter square. Centimeter square, so we wrote 10 to the power minus 4 here, and we put the centimeter square as it is. We put the meter square as it is, because we turn centimeter square into meter square. So we wrote here upon 2 into 10 to the power minus 4 meter square. The answer is 1 Tesla. Okay. They ask the simply question: a flux of 200 microwave passes through an area of 2 centimeters square. Passes through an area of 2 centimeters square. Okay. So what is a flux density? So flux density formula is, we have to put the microwave first and upon the area of that scenario. Then we got the answer 1 Tesla. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. Question number 22. Question number 22 is the output of a 3-input NAND gate is at logic 0. The output of all of the 3-input NAND gate is at logic 0, means the output is 0. The input A, B, so the NAND gate. What is the input of A, B, so the NAND gate? The answer is A equals to 1, B equals to 1, C equals to how I told you. All of you know what the opposite of NAND. And is the opposite of NAND, and is the opposite of AND is NAND. So according to NAND gate AND gate scenario, we have to make simply like this: A, B, C, and there is no bubble, then the output is Q. Okay. So here the output, if it is this is a NAND gate, so what's the output? 1 1 1. And according to logic algebra formula, here we got the at difference. We didn't get the 0. If we get the 10 or the 100, or we have to say the multiplication. So according to that scenario, they complement the complex opposite the answer. For example, here is the answer when there is a complete of 1 is 0. Why? Because here is the bubble shows that and this is an AND gate. Okay. According to Bola algebra. So the answer, the output of the 3-input NAND gate is at logic 0. Okay. Output is at logic 0. The input of A, B, C. They gave us the they gave us the output. Output is 0. Logic 0. What is the input of A, B, C? So they asked the input of A, B, C. We wrote 1 1 1. But why the logic is 0? Because there is a bubble according to, so that AND gate is converted to NAND gate. Okay. So the answer is 0. So the answer is the input is 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. So the output is 0 0 0 0. Okay. Here we put the 3 inputs of A, B, C. Okay. Now let's move on to the next question. Now let's see it here. The question number 20. I forgot it. The question number 22 and 23. 21 22 is from the 21 is from the electrical, 21 is from the basic 21 is from the electrical, and 20 is from the digital electronics. 22 is from the digital electronics. Okay. Now let's move on to the next question. 21 is from the electrical and 22 is from the digital electronics. Now let's move on to the next question. This question is from the communication theory. Communication theory, you have to say the signal system related to. So we counting communication theory. This question. Communication theory. Okay. And this question 24 is from the digital electronics. Digital electronics. Okay. So let's see the question. Question number 23. A phase locked loop can be used to demodulate. So let's understand the question. What is they ask. A phase locked loop can be used to demodulate. What is the use of phase locked loop? They ask that a phase locked loop can be used to demodulate. Means to say for demodulation from in which process is the phase locked loop loop is used to. Okay. You must be used. Okay. So the answer is frequency modulated signal, because in radio the reason is why the frequency modulated signal, because in radio a PL phase locked loop is used to synthesize new frequencies, as it's true because if you see, so inside the FM radio, nowadays the modern day mobiles connection technique, phase lock, they also phase lock is used to synthesize new frequencies, which are a multiple of reference frequency, which are multiplier reference frequency with the same stability, with the same modulating stability. That to see there is no variation on that frequency, whether it is gonna low, whether it is gonna high. Their modulating their modulation is remain at the same frequency. The modulating graph is it goes on the same level, not goes on the up and not goes on the stable level. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. The question number 24. What did they answer? 8051 microcontroller has dash number of 16-bit registers. Okay, all of you know we know about the 8051 microcontroller. Also, we are familiar with them. This question is for data electronics. Okay, so the data electronics, this is from the microcontroller, microprocessor, microcontroller and microprocessor. Okay, remember this. So the answer is 2. Why? The reason is because it can perform an 8-bit on the first lot of bit. It can perform 8-bit from the first lot of bit. So here's the equation. This is the first lot of it, this is the first lot of 1 and 1 are the first lot of it. So if we add 1 and 1, the answer equals to 2, and the first lot of it, the 8-bit travels. So the 8-bit plus 8-bit equals to 16-bit. The answer is 2. Now let's move on to the next question, question number 25. Now let's see it here. The question number 25 is from the analog electronics. Okay, remember this. The question they asked: an LED with a cut-in voltage of 1.8 volt. And there is an LED with a cut-in voltage of 1.8 volt is connected to a 12 volt. Is connected to a 12 volt supply. Okay, with a 1 kilo ohm resistor. With a 1 kilo ohm resistor, which is a 1000 ohm resistor. Assume that the LED is glowing. Assume that LED is glowing. Calculate the current through the LED. They need to know the need to calculate the current through LED and assume it means assumption. This assumption is this the LED is glowing. Okay. So the LED cutting voltage is 1.8, which is equal to cutting voltage equals to frequency voltage is equals to 1.8 volt. The supply voltage is 12 volt. Vs equals to 12 volt. Okay. Now current formula which is located as I equals to supply voltage minus frequency voltage upon resistance of what are the resistance given. Okay, then I equals to 12 volt minus 1.8 volt upon 1 kilo ohm. Okay, I equals to 10.2 volt upon 1 kilo ohm. 1 kilo ohm is to say 1000 ohm. Remember this thing. 1 kilo ohm is to say 1000 ohm. Okay, because as all of you know, 1 kg is to say 1000 grams. So according if you, it's simply like a gram. It's simply like to purchase anything. So it's calculated as the same as whatever. Okay, so there is not much like a rocket science. Okay, a 1 kilo ohm, then 10.2 volt upon 1000 ohm. The answer, current equals to 10.2 volt upon 1000 ohm. Current equals to 10.2 milliampere. Milliampere, the M stands for small m stands for milli. I told you how. Instead of ampere, how could the milliamperes came? Let's see it here. I equals to 10.2 volt, 10.2 volt upon. Wait a minute. I have to rub it and show it clearly. I equals to 10.2 volt upon 1000 ohm. 1 kilo ohm is to say. If we take there, instead of division, we took 1000 as a multiplication. So here see I equals to 10.2 into 10 to the power minus 3, because it goes upward. So the I equals to 10.2 milliampere. Now let's go into the next question. Now let's see here, question number 26. Which one of the following is not one of the following is not the conformal coating material? Means between A, B, C, D option, the following is not the conformal coating material. What is conformal coating? If you the powder coating material type which coats the cars and which coats the some kinds of devices and mechanical parts. Those are the conformal coating materials. So here are the options. But this question is from the material science. Remember this thing. Material science is a combination of physics, chemistry, mathematics. Except that they are mostly chemistry inside the material science. Okay. Now let's see it here. The related to answer the four options: A silicon resin, B polyparaxylene, C polyurethane, and D polytetrafluoroethylene. So the answer is D polytetrafluoroethylene. Okay. Now let's move on to the next question. Question number 27, which is from the analog electronics. Remember this thing. I also wrote it from which subject the questions came out. Came out. So that's why I wrote it here. The subject name related to which subject. Okay. So the question is question number 27. Find the voltage at node A. Find the voltage at node A. This node is given as ideal ideal operation amplifier. Ideal operation amplifier means to say if you can't give any kind of supply to that to that amplifier. For example, how could I give the example? If you see any kind of this is called the for example, this is a diode, and inside this I can't give any supply. So this is the ideal diode. Okay. Now you understand what is the meaning of ideal? Okay. IDEAL, ideal. Find the voltage at node A is the given at is the given as ideal operation amplifier circuit. Okay. Here we have to count the voltage, and the circuit is ideal operation amplifier. And you know about the op-amp stand for one IC. We have to taken it. Okay. This is ideal. If you can't give any supply to a stand for one IC, that was means an ideal IC. Okay. Now the answer is 0 volt. Reason, because the ideal op-amp operation amplifier has 0 input, right? It's true. We can't give any signal, so it has only a 0 input current. Okay. This is because of infinite input resistance. This is because the infinite input resistance. Why the infinite input resistance? If you can't give any supply to that op-amp operation amplifier, so the infinite input resistance already exists because of the environment in which they are put in it. Okay. So that's like the infinite input resistance of ideal op-amp. Operation amplifier is infinite. This is because of infinite input resistance, as the input resistance of ideal operation implies infinite. Because why? The resistance is ideal, but also the resistance is infinite because of the but because we can't give any supply, so there is ideal resistance also. So according to that scenario, there is a infinite resistance because we can't get any can't give any supply. The resistance also infinite, normal simple resistance. Okay, for example, this is a diode. If I can't give any supply to this diode, so this is ideal. Also, the resistance is ideal, but the ideal resistance is infinite. Okay, that ideal resistance is infinite. Okay, now let's move on. Your input resistance of ideal opens infinite. An open circuit exists at input. Yes, it's a open circuit exists simply because we can't get any supply. So the open circuit exists as input. That's why current at both input terminals is zero. Okay, that's the current at both input terminals is zero. Now let's move on to the next question. Now let's see here, question number 28. Where did they ask a pulse? It is from the applied physics. First of all, I tell you why it is from the applied physics, because duty cycle counts in the field of motor, also counts in the field of communication theories, and it, also count in the field of diodes, transistors also. So that's why duty cycle is commonly came basically on the applied physics. Okay, so the question is also the duty cycle came in the signal theory also. So there's according to questions, the duty cycle is related to only applied physics. So the question they ask, a pulse train has 200 microsecond. This is a sign of mic. A pulse train has 200 microsecond on time. Okay, and 800 microsecond off time. 200 microsecond on time, 800 microsecond off time. It's take that kind of a microsecond is to on of the pulse train. The duty cycle is they ask a duty cycle. The formula of duty cycle is on upon on plus off time into 100. What is the on time? The on time is 200, as you see, 200 microsecond on time. What is off time? 800 microseconds. Here the on plus of, so on plus of 200 plus 800 into 100. Okay, so we took the into 100. So here we took 800 plus 200 is 1000. Okay, so 2 into 100. 200 upon 1000 into 100. So the answer is 20%. Okay. Now let's move on to the next question, question number 29. Let's see the question. Identify the circuit given below. This is from the basic electronics, but it is a confusing question. As you see it here, this is a circuit. This is V in, V out. This is followed by resistance. This is the input resistance. Okay. V out equals to Vi. V out equals to Vi into minus of forward resistance upon input resistance. So the answer is inverting. This is the formula as I wrote it, and this is this and this thing as I wrote by my own. But this is the actual figure, as you see. Okay, this is the actual figure. So according to this figure, I told you, focus on this figure. I have to be. Just focus on it. Focus on this figure. I have to be to focus on this figure. Here on this figure, according to figure, this is a confusing question, because if we get the option, say inside the and this type of question, the options are both inverting and schematic. So we are confused which one would we take. So you have to take the schematic trigger. Okay. G, wait a minute. But here, if we didn't get the both the options, so we have to take only the only one option, whether it is schematic or whether it is inverting. Only one option we have to take in the either inverting or we have to take in either schematic. But according to the ISRO scenario, their answer sheet is schematic. If you identify this figure, this is a very tricky question. If you identify this figure, this is very tricky question. So according to that scenario, I wrote here is input resistance of forward bias resistance. Also the V of formula equals to, here is the V input voltage output voltage. So the output voltage equals to input voltage multiplied minus forward resistance upon input resistance. So the answer is both inverting schematic, but according to options, as the ISRO scenario, they wrote a schematic the answer. So, but here we have to take the schematic, but if we didn't get the option, and we got the we had the choice selected two options, so we have to select both the inverting and schematic. Now let's move on to the next question. Question number 30. Let's see here. Question: what is the color code for 560 ohm plus minus 5%? This is from the applied physics question. Question number 30 is from the applied physics question. Why it is from the applied physics? Because resistance came in both, whether it is electrical, whether it is electronics. So that's I have to take it as an applied physics question. So here 560 ohms plus minus 5%. According to the table, resistance table, 5 stand, this is the first digit, which is 5 stands for green, the second significant digit 6, which stands for blue, and the third significant digit is multiplier, so the 10 stands for brown. Okay. And the fourth is for the tolerance, say plus minus 5% tolerance, which is stands for gold. So the answer is green, blue, brown, gold. Okay. Now this is today's lecture ends here. Please like, share, subscribe my channel. Education Education Foundation. This your like, share, and subscription motivates us is to make more and more education videos related to science and engineering field. My name is Akshay Dave. Good night. Take care. Bye bye.